Hello, everybody, and welcome to our second webinar for this month on strategies of teaching on Teaching Cascade. And today's webinar will be on avatars as a strategy to leverage learner engagement in speaking activities. So I'd like to start with a kind of a question about the meaning of an avatar. So as you know, if we analyze the word avatar, its origin goes to the word avatara, which is a Sanskrit word, and it means crossing over or coming down. And if you have a look at it, you'll find that it consists of a prefix, ava, meaning away or down, and the root verb tar, meaning cross or pass over. So from the combination of these two parts, the word means coming across or passing over. And interestingly enough, the word has a religious value. This is the old meaning. It means the descent or the incarnation of God on earth. But nowadays, the word gained a different meaning. So if you check Merriam-Webster's dictionary, you'll find that an avatar is an electronic image as a video game or as a video game that represents and may be manipulated by a computer user. So in that sense, we can find that an avatar is a representation of a person online. And this is the meaning actually that we are focusing on online and in teaching. So for this, our today's agenda will be on the advantages of avatars for English speaking activities in the classroom, and how to create avatars to engage students in your speaking activities. So let's get started. In order to handle the first point, which is the advantages of avatars for English speaking. So how those avatars or the online representations help us teachers to design speaking activities to assess and practice or to assess our students' proficiency in speaking and to help our students practice speaking. So these are some of the advantages that an avatar has. So avatars, first of all, leverage confidence. The confidence of your students. So imagine that you bring a native speaker to your classroom and ask your students to respond to his or her questions. So how would they feel? I think highly confident, right? So doing this will make your students feel a sense of achievement that, yes, they achieved something, they can communicate with a native speaker, and that's it. And this leads us to the second advantage, which is maximizing engagement. You know that most students feel shy, or a lot of students feel shy taking part in speaking activities because they are, preoccupied with the conception that they will be judged by their peers or maybe the teacher. So they get reluctant to participation. But again, the sense of achievement, when they observe that sense of achievement, there is someone who is, beyond the parameters of the classroom. And in that sense, I mean the avatar, because they will communicate with the avatar in a video. So this will actually encourage them and make them more enthused to do more speaking tasks. Another advantage is that using avatars in the classroom to, as part of a speaking activity, raises awareness of the value of what is studied in class. You know that in our schools, most of the focus, in teaching the language and studying the language or learning the language is on achieving a high score at the end and being able to answer or to perform well in the test or the exam. And this is, the goal. But we need to shift that mindset a little bit and, raise our students' awareness that this is not the objective of learning a language, the objective is communication. This is the value. How can we raise that value? There are multiple things, and avatars is, avatar or using an avatar is one of these tools. Because as I told you, that the students communicate with a native speaker, so they get to the point that the value of what we study in class is to be able to communicate. Another merit of avatars is that they work for both assessment and practice. So you can create the avatar-based video in order to measure the progress of your students, to measure their performance, how far they went in learning, in comprehending the input they learned in the class, maybe after a unit or after a lesson. Or you can design the questions in the avatar-based video in order to practice some language functions or language aspects that you presented in your lesson. However, most of the research done on avatars in education focuses on online instruction. So if, for example, if you teach online or give online classes, the use of avatars will be perfect for you, because this will help your students engage. So I'll be skating over to websites that will help you if you are online teachers. The first one is Immerse, and the second one is Alilo. So if you navigate these two websites, you'll notice that these two websites are based on the concept of immersion in virtual environments, where your students are free to pick the avatars they prefer to represent them in that virtual environment. And once they're in, they, like a game, they practice and perform different activities in different situations, as if they are in the real world. So it's really interesting to be in there. And students feel that, use language naturally, not, as a test-based class. They practice the language naturally. As I told you, these two websites are based to be used by a large number of students. So if, for example, if your school is interested in doing that, this will be greatly helpful. Now I'll move on to my focus for today, which is a website that will help you use avatars in your physical classrooms and raise your students' engagement. So this website is la.io, and this website is based on text-to-speech technology. And this means that you can type the text you want, the questions you want, based on what you taught in your classrooms. And then the AI will change the text into speech. So what are the advantages of this website, or the affordances that website can provide us? So you can create avatar-based videos and then download them to your PC, and afterwards use them easily in your classroom. So you create the video and use it in your own classrooms very easily. So one more thing about this website, that it does not require an internet access, so you can use it offline. Another thing is that you can choose, or you can design your questions based on the input or the language functions and aspects you taught your students in class. That's why they are, or it is customizable. So now I'd like instead of this, I'll take you to explore the website in moments. This will be highly helpful. So this is the website. As you know, for any website, you have to create an account first in order to be able to access it. And here, this is my account. On the page before this, there is a button called Try for Free, because as you know, some of the features of this website are paid and some are free. However, you can make use of the free ones. They are still helpful, and they will still engage your students. So once you create an account, this will be your home page. And on the home page, there is a drop-down menu on the left. And here you have videos, you have templates, you have create avatar, and this video part, will be the section of your videos, the ones that you created. And then we have templates. We'll go to this part and then create an avatar if you'd like to create an avatar from A to Z from the beginning. And then we have the avatars library. Once you click avatars library, you'll be redirected to numerous templates of avatars for males and females, depending on your preference, your purposes, and the needs of your students. And here, if you click the play button, you can preview the templates, and then you can select the example you want. Afterwards, if you click the plus button, this means that you selected that avatar and you want it to be a model for your video. So for example, if we do this together, let's say that I selected this, I'll be automatically redirected to another page, which is the working page. So as you can see on this page, okay, so as you can see on this page, I have here the avatar I selected, and on the bar, on the top bar, there is preview, and this lets me test or see how my work will be or will appear to students. And here we have lots of elements I can add to my video, including videos, including pictures I can add, or I can change the background. And below the avatar here, you go down, you can find, the template where I can type my text. So the text here will be the questions I want my students to answer. So once you're done with the questions, you can click play to see if your video is going well or not. Okay, and this refers to the accent. You have a variety of accents. And if you go to the premium mode, you'll be free to pick the English variant you want from British and American and so on. But the accent or the variety choice is limited on the free version. Okay. Now, if we are done with creating our video, everything is okay, the questions are fine, I listened to the avatar asking the questions, I'm satisfied with my video. Now I'll go to this button on the top right of the page, which is render. And render, once I click render, the video will be sent to my email where I can readily download it and use it in my classroom. So it's a piece of cake, as you can see. So if I go back to my PPT, well, so this is what we did actually. The final product will be like this. This is an avatar I selected, and I typed my questions. And here you will not play it for once and that's it. We need it to be a conversation, two-way path. So the avatar or this person asks questions and the student responds. So it comes out in the form of communication or interactive communication. So how can I control that? I can easily or simply control it by alternating play and pause or playing and pausing the video. So if we try this together.
Hello.
So, and then I pause. In this in this case, after I pause, the student will respond. So for example, the avatar says, hello. So I expect that my student will respond using a greeting word depending on the greeting words I taught in class, maybe hello or hi, whatever. So if I play it again.
How are you?
So this is another, expression or fixed expression, a question. How are you? So I expect my student to respond to this question. I'm fine or great. And then I play it again.
Do you speak English?
So this is another question. And notice that all of the questions I designed in the video align with the curriculum I taught in my classroom, right? So here, do you speak Arabic? So I expect my students to respond using yes or no. Another example is this, okay? So this was a kind of a review to to a unit. I selected a different avatar and then I designed other questions. So again, I'll be alternating the play and pause button. So if I click here, if I play.
Hello, what is your name?
So here we have different questions. Hello, what is your name? So I expect my students to respond using a greeting word and respond saying their names. See, it's very interesting and the students will like it greatly, okay? So this brings us to the end of this webinar. So throughout this webinar, we actually highlighted the significance of the use of avatars in engaging students and creating fun speaking activities that will reduce students' anxiety. And also we learned together how to create avatars or avatar videos to be adapted to the classroom use that do not require any internet access. By exploring the la.io website. Finally, those are the references that I based this webinar on. Hope you found it helpful and see you next week.